Hey, what's good, y'all? Had to come back and let y'all know what's been going on. Life been kind of hectic, in a good way and bad way, though. You know, you just get busy sometimes, and sometimes you don't have time to do some of the things you like to do. But you know, I've still been paying attention to what's going on, and I had some opinions that I would have liked to express, and I've, you know, kind of missed out. But I'm gonna get back to doing this more regularly and giving some reviews on different stuff and, you know, things of that nature. You know, considering the basketball season ended, 10 days ago, it's still like a hot topic online. But the topic is not necessarily about the sport in the whole, the NBA. It's more or less still, the conversation is still surrounding LeBron and, you know, and his downfalls, and, you know, and a lot of his fans are always constantly trying to defend his failures and stuff like that. And I don't know, it came to I thought about it, and I wondered, is losing the new winning? It's like, I don't know about y'all, but like every team, or whatever sport I played growing up, you know, whatever sport it was, I was always the best player on the team. I knew that, and a lot of my teammates knew it. But besides that, you know, it was never about me. You know, I never looked at it to where like, okay, I have to compile these stats, because it's, you know, it's my responsibility to outperform everybody. I just looked at it like, as being the best player a lot of the times means you lead the team. I looked at it like to where I'm supposed to put my team in position to win, regardless of my stats, or not necessarily in favor. I'm not supposed to win in spite of my stats, but, you know, once the game is over, you know, my stats didn't matter. All that matters is if we won or lost, and that's the only way I looked at it. For all the people that support the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's always about LeBron's stats. It's like, you know, forget if he won or not. You know, what was his stats? What did his stats sheet say? So, you know, and then, you know, the first thing you hear is, you know, LeBron averaged a triple-double here, and then all this. And it's like, it ain't, you know, it's not really impressive, especially when the end game is win. You know, you know, I'm just here to win. And it's like, you know, I performed on my end. And what else I supposed to do? My teammates are not holding up their end of the bargain. But, you know, like being the best player on the team, it's almost upon you to make them better. And I think Cleveland's failure a lot is really their offensive strategy. You know, I think basketball, and it's like, even as the best player, it's almost like, as the best player, I should be able to get this ball at any point on the time clock and be able to create something productive for my team. But I think Cleveland offensive strategy is, LeBron has the ball, and hopefully he can do something great for us. If not, he'll pass it to you, and you have to knock this shot down. I think that's almost like, it's too much pressure upon his teammates. It's like, how about I have the ball and I create something for myself, or I create something for the other team? But to be held to a standard, or for y'all to judge my performance on me getting a pass from LeBron and making a shot, it's like, yeah, it's a pressure situation. It's like, you think the opposite of Golden State, where everybody moved the ball. I done seen, I don't know, what they 15 deep. There's at least there's at least 9 or 10 players on that team that has no problem taking a shot, taking their own or creating their own shot. You hear a lot about, can this player create his own shot? Everybody in the NBA can create their own shot. It's just, do they have the confidence or the authority to do so? You might see Golden State go on a stretch where, they may be in a little funk, and Klay Thompson will shoot the next 4 or 5 shots, or, Draymond Green will shoot the next 2, 3, or 4 shots, or, I done seen David West kind of take the matter into his own hand and shoot 2 or 3 shots, and I mean that's really their offense, and all of that'll come off a ball movement. If they'll make 3 or 4 passes just to get Klay Thompson another shot. They'll make three passes to get David West another shot. I done seen Livingston like, you know what, I'm finna take a few shots right here, and I mean it just gives the team so much confidence to succeed. And it's like, even if they fail, it's like, I'm so confident that I'm not restricted, that even if I fail, it's fine. We can make up for it later together as a team. I don't know. Cleveland's biggest pitfall really is that. It's like, they know real different from Houston. The Rockets, and James Harden, how he kind of ball dominant, but a lot of his teammates, they slightly, I don't know if I want to say if they slightly better. I just think they jack up a lot of threes, and that's kind of like their philosophy. They'll shoot it, they'll shoot it 18. They'll shoot it 5 seconds and 5 to 8 seconds into the shot clock. It's like, whatever, if you open, shoot it. But to be honest, if anybody on the Cavs did that, it's a bad shot. We have to let LeBron touch it first. And I think they kind of fell, and then to be honest, LeBron, as he's in his later years, he should almost want to play with a point guard that's that can run the offense, which would almost extend his career, because he can play off the ball more. But if he just has to have the ball in his hand, he can't play in Houston with James Harden and Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a pass first point guard. James Harden is a shoot first guy, but he also a guy that can get you 10 assists just because of all the attention he draws. So he controls the ball a lot, make good decisions. And LeBron make good decisions. I just think their flaw, their gift is their curse. Like, him having the ball all the time has really, it's really kind of made some of his teammates worse players. That's kind of like by default they become inefficient, because I'm a knockdown shooter now. I know, like, for example, like J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith was a guy that used to have the ball a lot, and I know he in his later years, but and that's like most players, athletic players, even like Vince Carter, Jordan, and J.R. Smith was just as athletic as those guys. But when he come to Cleveland, it's like, nope, you're a jump shooter now. You can't have the ball, but if I feel I can get it to you, I'll let you shoot it. When I pass it to you, now you become a jump shooter. To be honest, Rodney Hood, you got like a 6'7", 6'8", small forward shooting guard that shined once he got back, on the good side of Lue, and then they put him in, and he was making plays, and he was aggressive with the ball, but he came to Cleveland. It was like, okay, he's another knockdown shooter. No, these players got more ability than just shooting jumpers. As the best player, I don't even think I would want to just play with a team where all they do is stand around waiting on me to pass it to them so they can shoot threes. It doesn't really make for a winning philosophy, really. I mean, I know Kyrie didn't have the ball, or he didn't have the ball as much when he was in Cleveland. But, him being in Cleveland, in a sense, changed the philosophy because he has to touch the ball some. He has to be in position to create his own shot sometimes. LeBron can't have the ball the whole time. So, look what came from that. Kyrie won that championship. He hit that game-winning shot, So, just imagine Kyrie, being cold in that series. So all he doing is shooting jumpers, just missing some shots he normally make. And now all of a sudden, come this prime time situation, you have to hit this jump shot to win the series. So it ain't gonna happen. And I don't know, that's kind of like Skip Bayless' argument sometimes. Like LeBron, like game one of the finals this year, it's like you got 50-some points. You got a point guard on you. You 6'8", 275 pounds. You got Steph Curry on you, 6'2", 190 or something, I don't know. And you got 50-some points there. At this point, you can't pass the ball. You have to shoot it. He passed it to George Hill. What did George Hill have at that time? I don't know, 8 points? No, man. If LeBron drives to the hole, he's going to draw a foul, or even if they, try to trap him right there at the top of the key. I don't know. It's a better. They say, oh well, George Hill had a layup. It's like true, but at that point, it goes against what I was saying earlier, but at that point, you have to shoot it as the best player with 8 seconds. 8 seconds left in that game. You the only one to shoot that ball, not Corver, not George Hill. He has to shoot that. So, I don't know, I think it benefits him, and the Cavs are find a point guard that that can control the ball so he can play off the ball a little bit. Imagine a capable point guard pushing a fast break, 3-on-2. He down the middle. He got LeBron James on the wing. That's pretty intimidating. So I don't know. They gonna have to change some stuff up. 3-6 in the finals. I keep hearing about how Kevin Durant, he took the sucker way out. I don't know, but LeBron going to Miami, and him, Wade, Bosh, and Ray Allen, showed up down there. It ain't really no different. In my opinion, it's actually worse because, Golden State drafted Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. They drafted them, and them players developed. Kevin Durant was a free agent. He went to that team. Now, true enough, he did lose to him that previous year. But, he was a free agent that signed where he wanted to sign, being a free agent. Cleveland or LeBron and Miami, they all just kind of, let's all go to this place. Wade was there already, but everybody else kind of showed up and created that super team, whatever a super team is. Now, I don't believe a super team is a team that drafts 75% of their star players, and you know, so Golden State is not a super team in a sense. They, you know, they got a smart GM and you know, just say they well managed. They not a super team. They just well managed. I mean, you know, you know, you shouldn't be slighted for running your business correctly. I know businesses are ran like shit today. You know, it's all about making a quick little penny in spite of your customers. But when someone do it right, why is it held against them? So I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's the weekend. I need to. I'm gonna have to start going out, man. I've been eating at some places lately, good and bad, and I got no problem with trying, you know, sharing some of these experiences with people, and because I appreciate when people direct me to great places. So, you know, part of this channel is that. So I'll do some of that also. I just want to get with y'all and share that view. Give you my 2 cents on that, on the Cavs and just business operations in general. So I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.